दिल्ली, जहां पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे के मौके पर केंद्रीय विधि मंत्री रविशंकर प्रसाद संबोधित कर रहे हैं।
Right or wrong is a debatable question. But when he was elected as a member of Lok Sabha, he was taking oath under the Indian Constitution. And third, when I was minister in the Bajpayee government information and broadcasting, I had gone to Northeast. A young chief minister of a young state asked me for lunch. He was a secessionist. I asked him, how are you feeling? I'm enjoying thoroughly. What I wanted to do, people have given me the chance as the chief minister, and I trust India, and I trust my state, and I trust the people. That is the equalizer which our constitution brings about. And therefore I say, it is a social document. It is also a political project whereby the people of India sought to give themselves justice, equality, fraternity, with the right to go ahead. But above all, a fine embodiment incorporating the essence of India's diversity. And therefore I say, if I reflect upon what I told in the afternoon in the Supreme Court, three distinct phases of Indian polity. The first was the politics of want. The second was the politics of identity. And the third is the politics of aspiration and hope with good governance. And in all these three phases, in the last 70 years, serious issues came about. And when we see India's constitutional evolution and all the issues which arose anywhere in the world, Indian march had to grapple with that. And there came the Indian judiciary, finding an extraordinary legal response to all these challenges. And that has made India a very mature society, a constitutionally a very empowered society. Few observations I would like to make. The Supreme Court has done extraordinarily well, but this is care talked of emergency. And this I am saying as a pupil of late legendary leader Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan. When we were fighting against emergency, I was very young student leader. All the high courts of India showed great courage. From Patna to Mumbai to Calcutta to Rajasthan, they entertained writ petitions questioning illegal detentions. But let us not forget, Supreme Court failed us and came ADM Jabalpur. Today is the time to recollect. There will be no repetition of that lapse. It was a monumental lapse. The second thing I would like to say is some of the great initiative of Supreme Court of innovative legislation by reading into Article 21 the procedure established by law. The procedure has to be fair, reasonable, and just, was remarkable innovation, incorporating some of the finest strands of international law and making Indian Constitution a fine beacon of scholarship. We are very proud of that. But one thing I would like to gently remind, legislation Constitution has always given and must remain the preserve of the legislature. That's one thing I would like to highlight. The second thing I would like to say, the court must give directions if the executive fails and falters. The court must quash the orders. The court must set aside laws which are found to be wanting in constitutional compliance. But governance must remain those who are elected to govern. I think if those nuances are kept in mind, large number of problems which we encounter would be resolved. Our commitment to an independent judiciary is an article of faith. I had said it earlier. I wish to remind today, amidst a large number of people present, this government is led by leaders right from the Prime Minister who have fought and suffered in the emergency. From Shri Narendra Modi to Rajnath Singh to Arun Jaitley to Sushma Swaraj to Venkaiah Naidu to Ravi Shankar Prasad, some for 5 years senior, some for 5 years junior, who have fought in the emergency for three freedoms: individual, media, and judicial. And therefore, our commitment remains completely, I would say, without doubt, irrevocable. One last word. Mukul talked about the great contribution of Dr. Ambedkar. Yes, the more I read about that man, the more I am proud of him. He was not the chairman of the drafting committee because he was a Dalit, but he was the greatest jurist of his time available, and that is a matter of record. But he never allowed his handicaps to block his great creativity in the quest of a better India. But today, when we are celebrating Constitution Day, let me gently remind, he died in 56, and the country gave him Bharat Ratna only in 1990. Why? Sardar Patel died in 1950, the great unifier of India. He got Bharat Ratna after 41 years in 1991. Why? The great Maulana Azad, powerful leader, died in 59. He was a Desh Ratna. He was given Bharat Ratna in 1992. Maybe when our country has become 70 years mature, to the time to reflect, we can have differences, but let us agree to recognize those who are worthy of the cause to make what India is today. If that lesson is learnt, it will be a great day. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
तो आज संविधान दिवस है। 2015 से इसकी शुरुआत हुई थी और इस मौके पर आयोजित कार्यक्रम में केंद्रीय कानून मंत्री रविशंकर प्रसाद कार्यक्रम को संबोधित कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि मौजूदा वक्त में न्यायपालिका, खासकर स्वतंत्र न्यायपालिका की काफ़ी महत्ता है और संविधान के तहत न्यायपालिका के पास जो अधिकार हैं और पूरे देश के सामने जो दिशाएं निर्देश तैयार किए गए हैं, उससे काफ़ी उम्मीदें देश को लगातार बनी हुई हैं, क्योंकि वो अपना काम बखूबी कर रहे हैं। आप